forecast because it's been changing rapidly. Today, we've been seeing light rain showers, but the big question is, when does the Arctic air move in? How bad is it going to be? So here's a look at the timeline. That actual cold front, that's going to move through tomorrow. So by 10 a.m. on Saturday, that's approaching the coast. Thankfully, it's a dry front. So if you're going to any Texans watch parties, you'll start to notice breezy conditions from the north. Other than that, no big problem. As for the marathon, temperatures in the 30s, pretty manageable. The concern is going to be early next week. So I do want to stress, it's not today, it's not tomorrow, and the Arctic weather really not impacting us much on Sunday either. We are going to see a big cool down from the 60s to the 40s, but it's really starting on Monday that conditions will start to go downhill. Morning low temperatures are going to start to plummet. Starting Monday morning, we're going to be waking up in the 20s, and it's only going to get colder as we go Tuesday and Wednesday. So this is what to expect early next week. Monday, we're waking up in the upper 20s, only reaching 40 degrees. That means most of the day, we're actually going to be sitting in the 30s. A 30% chance of wintry weather, that's mainly going to be in the afternoon. I'll show you some models with that in a second, but first, let's talk about Tuesday, because Tuesday, an 80% chance of seeing wintry weather. That's likely going to be sleet. That then transitions into snowfall. A concern here is that we've got a forecast high of 32 degrees. That means for a lot of locations, we're going to be below freezing for 36 hours, starting on Monday night, lasting through Tuesday until Wednesday afternoon. Now, Wednesday, we're going to get to the mid 40s, and then things get a whole lot better. So this is a timeline for the wintry weather. Monday night, we'll start to see sleet and freezing rainfall moving in from the north. Temperatures are going to drop below freezing, which means all of this is going to turn into ice on our highways. Once we're below freezing, we're also going to see the transition from sleet to snowfall. Here in the Houston area, we could see 2 to 6 inches of snow during the day on Tuesday. Underneath it will be ice, so extremely dangerous travel. Here in Southeast Texas, our main problem is flooding. Because of this, all of our highways are built elevated. Unfortunately, when it comes to freezing weather, those elevated roads freeze first. So that's why we think roads are going to be a mess. Wednesday, we'll start with frigid temperatures in the lower 20s, feeling like the teens, but by the afternoon, we're out of the woods. So we're talking Monday night through Wednesday morning. That's going to be the big timeline. I'm going to show you two models here. The first one is the American model. This one a bit more conservative. You can see Monday at 4 o'clock, this pink representing ice moving into our far northern counties. This is 290 and some snowfall further towards the north. This will be continuing as we go Monday night, 9 p.m., seeing snowfall north of Houston. Overnight into Tuesday, we'll start to see that moisture work in. That'll bring ice and snow chances to Houston. 6 a.m., I think our roads are going to be atrocious. And this is 10 a.m., still showing ice and snow for Houston. This shows our temperatures dropping by noon. Snowfall in Houston, continuing to dive to the south. All of that moisture exiting the coast by 4 o'clock. And by the way, there is a chance for the coast to see snow as well. As for a more aggressive model, this is the European model. The European model has us more moist, which is going to allow for the possibility of more ice and more snow. By Monday night, we'll start to see some of that ice moving in from the south. And then as we go overnight, this is midnight on Tuesday, snow here in Houston, the freezing line somewhere in southern Fort Bend County, which means we'll mostly see snowfall through the day. 7 a.m., seeing heavy snow here in Houston, freezing rain and sleet possible by the coast. Even as we go 3 o'clock, still seeing snowfall starting to push towards the coast Tuesday night and then drying out for Wednesday. Now, don't forget, Wednesday will be a hard freeze, so it's very possible that it'll still be a mess on the roads Wednesday morning. As for those threats, a hard freeze is very likely. Snowfall, that's going to be likely as well. ice is very likely. So it's really important right now that you start making some preparations for this. I do want to show you what what we mean when we say preparations before we get off of here, because there are a lot of things you should be doing now before it gets too late to do them. People, make sure you're dressed appropriately, reach out to your elderly neighbors, make sure they have a plan. Pets, if you're cold, they're cold, bring them inside. Pipes, you want to insulate your pipes. There's a lot of ways to do that. You can order things online, or you can just do what I do. You're gonna wrap them with anything you have. You can get towels. I would recommend wrapping them with saran wrap and then tape. That way, if we do get rain first, it doesn't freeze around your pipes. So insulate your pipes. Plants, you're gonna wanna cover them up or bring them inside if they're sensitive plants. And finally, pools. You wanna have your pump running continuously. Like I said, the main problem is gonna be as we go Tuesday's the problem. Monday night, Tuesday into Wednesday. Brittany, do you know, is there any comments or questions that we have?
I was trying to figure that out. If anyone has any comments or questions for our meteorologist, Caroline Brown, please let us know, and she will answer them.
Absolutely. And if not, we do have to get off here in a little bit because Lisa Hernandez, she's actually doing an interview with an expert on pets here in Houston, because that's going to be a really important thing, making sure our Houston pets are fine. I do want to show you our extended forecast because really it is just Monday night, Tuesday, Wednesday morning. Once we get to Wednesday afternoon, 46. Thursday morning is going to be 40. So just, if you can, I'd stay home on Tuesday if that's at all a possibility. I know a lot of folks do have to drive, but if you can stay off the roads, we absolutely recommend it. If you have any questions, feel free to leave it on this video below. We're gonna, of course, go through there, answer any questions we can, and we have much more information on the freeze at click2houston.com.